Hello students. So far we have read that the author or the narrator of the essay, he tells about a very happy moment in his life when he is able to sell a piece of art, a drawing which was supposed to be by Joseph Turners on a very high price, and which he has purchased only in 10 shillings, and he had sold it on in 50 pounds. So, but he says that the story is not about how I purchased and how I sold it. The story is about how I have bargained with my own soul, not with that seller or not with that buyer. And what he tells is that at first, what he thought after selling that drawing at 50 pounds, that I should give half of the benefit, half of the profit to that seller from whom I have bought this painting. But later on, when he was unable to sleep, when he wakes up in the middle of the night, and then he decided that okay, not half, but at least 10 pound is good enough to be sent to that seller, that dealer. Later, when he was still unable to sleep, he decides it to lower it a more less amount, and he decided to send him $5. Now, next, while I was dressing the next morning, I thought about the dealer again. Why should I? So my thoughts ran. Directly, I had for the first time in my life bought of a financial coup, spoil it by giving a large part of the profit away. Was not that flying in the face of the goddess of business, whoever she may be? Was it asking her to disregard me only a day or so after we had at last got on terms? There is no fury like a woman scorned. It would probably be the end of me. City magnates are successful probably because they don't do these foolish impulsive things. Impulse is the negation of magnetism. If I am to make any kind of figure in this new role of fine art speculator, so my thoughts continued, I must control my feelings. No, £5 is absurd. A dossier of £1 will meet the case. It will be nothing to me, or at any rate, nothing serious, but a gift of quail and manna from a clear sky to the dealer, without, however, doing him any harm. A pound will be ample, accompanied by a brief note. So he says that after that night's deliberation, where he has decreased that amount which he has decided to send to that dealer from 10 pound to 5, from half to 10, 10 to 5 pounds. Now, he says that when I was dressing the next morning, after the incidents of that night or that day, I thought about the dealer again, because again and again that thought is coming to my mind. I was pondering over the same subject again and again. So then what I again thought is that why should I, so my thoughts ran again, the ideas ran into my mind, that why should I directly, I had for the first time in my life brought off a financial coup. So why should I spoil it by giving a large part of the profit away? He says, I realized, I thought this thing in my mind, that for the first time in my career as an art dealer, as an art speculator, as a dealer, I have some financial success for the first time. And even then, why should I spoil it by giving a large part of the profit away? Because I have won such a handsome profit for the first time in my life. So why should I spoil it? I should celebrate it. I should enjoy it, the success of mine. And so this is what he thought, that for the first time I have earned something handsomely, and now I am thinking of giving some part of that amount, some part of that profit to the dealer. Then why should I? Why should I do this? Was not that flying in the face of the goddess of business, whoever she may be? Then he said, okay, if I do so, was it not be a kind of insult? Was it not be a kind of opposition to the goddess of business, whoever she may be. He said, though I don't know her who she is, but still, if as I have heard it in books or from people, so whoever she may be, still, if I do such a foolish act that I have earned something and now I am squandering that money, then would it not be a kind of opposing or kind of refusing to accept the blessing of the goddess of business? Was it not asking her to disregard me only a day or so after we had at last got on terms? Because he says that we have just very recently, in a day or two, we have got on terms. So far, the goddess of business was angry from me. And now, for the first time in my life, we two, I and the goddess of business, have come on terms with each other. We have been happy with each other. She has given me her blessings, and with those blessings, I have earned this money. So, in such a very short time, should I start disregarding her? Should I start venerating her? Should I start disobeying her? No, I shouldn't do like that. Because there is no fury like a woman scorned. If a woman becomes angry, then she is the most dangerous thing. So the goddess of business should not be made angry. I should obey her. I should welcome what she has blessed upon me. It would probably be the end of me. And if I will make her angry, then perhaps the first time the whatever I have achieved, it will be the last for me, and it will be the end of me as a dealer, as a businessman. City magnates are successful probably just because they don't do these foolish impulsive things. And then I showed that city magnates means those rich and influential people of the city. He is talking about those वो जो अमीर उद्योगपति हैं, प्रभावशाली लोग जो हैं, उनकी बात कर रहा है शहर में. दैट दोज सिटी मैग्नेट्स आर सक्सेसफुल प्रोबेबली परहैप्स. व्हाई? बिकॉज दे डोंट डू सच फुलिश थिंग्स. ऐसी इम्पल्सिव, ऐसी पैशनेट जो थिंग्स हैं, ऐसी भावनात्मक जो काम हैं, वो नहीं करते हैं. शायद इसीलिए वो लोग सक्सेसफुल हैं. Impulse is the negation of magnetism, because impulse is just the negative, just the opposite of magnetism. If I want to rise up to the level, up to the ranks of a magnet, of a city magnet, of a successful businessman, then I must control my impulses. If I am to make any kind of figure in this new role of fine art speculator, so my thoughts continued, I must control my feelings. He said, if this new role which I have assumed a day ago, which I have successfully completed by selling that drawing, with my great power of assessing, speculating it as that. So he says that it will be fine for me if I am to make any kind of figure in this new role of fine arts speculator, then I must control my feelings. It is very necessary for me to control my feelings if I want to be success it as a fine art speculator. Then I must control my feelings. No, 5 pounds is absurd. And then I decided that it means if I have to control my feelings, if I have to be up there to the heights of a city magnate, then I have to control my feelings, and in continuation of that control, I have decided that 5 pounds is an absurd amount of money. A dossier of 1 pound will meet the case. A means a gratitude, a token of 1 pound will meet the case, will be the sufficient amount for this case. It will be nothing to me because it is such a small amount, so it is nothing to me. It doesn't value much for me, or at any rate nothing serious, but a gift of quail and manna from a clear sky to the dealer. And if I think it as a humanitarian deed, then it is just like a gift of quail and manna, means just butter and bread like thing for that dealer. without however doing him any harm, and it will not even do him any harm. Earlier when he has talked about the 10 pound amount, then he said that if I give him 10 pounds, then he will expect the same thing from others, and then when he will not receive the same kind of letters or same kind of amounts from others, then he will be dejected and he will be a prey to dejection and fall into the pool of tears. So he says, though that thing will also not happen. If I will give him just a single pound, then it will also won't do him any harm. A pound will be ample accompanied by a brief note. So now I decided finally that a pound will be ample. A pound will be enough. It will be all right, accompanied with a brief note. एक छोटे से नोट के साथ अगर मैं 1 पाउंड का नोट उसे भिजवाता हूँ, 1 पाउंड अमाउंट अगर मैं उसे भेजता हूँ, then it will be enough. ये पर्याप्त रहेगी. The note was to the effect that I had sold the drawing at a profit, which enabled me to make him a present, because it was an old and perhaps old belief of mine that one should do this kind of thing. Good luck should be shared. And it says that the note which I have written to accompany that 1 pound is what? That I had sold the drawing at a profit, which enabled to make him a present. मैंने वो जो पेंटिंग थी, वो जो ड्राइंग थी जोसेफ टर्नर्स पॉसिबल, उसको मैंने एक प्रॉफिट के साथ बेचा है, और उस प्रॉफिट की वजह से मैं उसे ये प्रेजेंट जो है, ये गिफ्ट जो है वो देने में सक्षम हो रहा हूँ. बिकॉज इट वाज एन ओल्ड एंड परहैप्स ओल्ड बिलीफ ऑफ माइंड. ये शायद मेरा एक विश्वास है. दिस इज व्हाट हाउ आई फील दैट वन शुड डू दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग. दैट वन शुड डू दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ थिंग? इफ यू गेट प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम समथिंग, देन यू मस्ट share a bit of that profit with others also. Good luck should be shared. Good luck should be shared between both the persons. I had the envelope in my pocket containing the note and the check when I reached the club for lunch. He said, I had the envelope and the note in my pocket containing the note and the check of 1 pound in my pocket in an envelope when I reached the club for lunch on that day, because I have earned a very handsome profit. I went to the club for having lunch, and that afternoon I played bridge so disastrously that I was glad I had not posted it. And on that day, in that afternoon in the club, I have played a game of bridge cards he has played, and such a disastrous manner, such a harmful manner, means he has lost a big amount of money there, that I was glad I had not posted it, that I was happy that I had not posted that envelope containing 1 pound and a note of thanks. After all, so my thoughts ran as I destroyed the envelope and content, and in the end what happens? That half of the profit, 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 1 pound, and now nothing. He has destroyed that envelope and the contents, means the check and the letter. After all, such bargains are all part of the game. What I thought in the last, ultimately what I thought, that such bargains are all part of the game. Other times I used to lose, this time he has lost nothing. Buying and selling are a perfectly straightforward matter between dealer and customer. This is business. To buy at convenient rate and to sell at a profitable rate, this is all business. The dealer asks as much as he thinks he can extort, and the customer, having paid it, is under no obligation whatever to the dealer. He says that the dealer, he always tries to extort. Extort means to get something forcibly. खींचना, छीनना एक तरह से. So he says that all the dealers, they try to extort as much amount as possible from the customers, and the customer, after having paid that amount to that dealer, is under no obligation whatever to that dealer. Means here he is talking about, means in a way he is just excusing himself, excusing his soul. In the beginning of the chapter he said that this is the story of my bargain with my soul. So with his soul, that such a good deed he was about to do, he was thinking of doing a good deed, but ultimately by committing a bad deed himself, he has lost the game of cards. because it was a bad thing, it was a vice in his character, and that's why he has subdued that feeling of charity, that feeling of goodness himself. The incident is closed, and by thus destroying that envelope, by sending nothing to that dealer, that incident has closed. Now, in a very humorous manner, in a very entertaining manner, E.V. Lucas has given a message that how much we ponder when we try to do something good, and how easily we commit a sin, we commit a crime, we commit a foul deed, and with the effect of that foul deed, we even destroy that good deed also. So, this is it. Have a good day.